Hi, welcome to Curious Bricks. Today we're going to talk about Square Inc., ticker symbol SQ, Q3 2020 earnings report. Square is part of the Russell 1000 index. The company's earnings call was hosted on November 5, 2020. Since this is our first time covering Square, we will start with a quick overview of what Square does and how they make money. Square is a financial service company founded by Jack Dorsey and Jim McKelvey in 2009. The company started with low-fee credit card reader. Over the years, Square has grown its business into two ecosystems. The seller ecosystem, which provides products and services to support sellers interacting with consumers, and the Cash App ecosystem, which provides financial services to consumers directly. In fiscal year 2019, the company reported total revenue of $4.7 billion, and the vast majority of the revenue was generated from the seller ecosystem, which makes money primarily from the fees charged on each of the transactions. On the Cash App side, Square makes money from the subscription and service fees charged on the money transfer between individuals. It also makes money from its stock brokerage and Bitcoin exchange service. For the seller business, Square directly competes with credit card network operators such as Visa and MasterCard, as well as conventional banks. For the Cash App business, Square competes with PayPal, Venmo, as well as conventional banks on peer-to-peer money transfer. It also competes with brokerage firms such as Robinhood or Fidelity on the stock brokerage service. Before we dive into the financial details, let's take a quick look at some key statistics. As of December 4, 2020, Square share price was $208. Its market cap stands at almost $94 billion. The trailing price-earning ratio is around 317. Forward dividend is not available as Square does not pay out any dividend. Now let's take a look at their latest quarterly financials. We will start with the income statement. In Q3 2020, Square reported a total revenue of $3.03 billion, which is 140% higher than the same quarter last year. The revenue growth is driven by solid performance from subscription and service-based revenue, and strong activities from Bitcoin transactions. In this quarter, Square stepped up its spend on sales marketing, product development, and general administration, although cost of revenue is generally comparable to the level of last year. As a result, Square reported a small operating income of $49 million, which is a slight year-over-year improvement. Square also reported the revenue breakdown by the two ecosystems in their 10Q filing. We are seeing in this quarter Cash App at strong growth on both revenue and gross margin. Seller revenue showed modest gain, but the result on gross payment volume or GPV growth from online international was outstanding. Now moving to the balance sheet. Square increased its cash on hand by $1.3 billion to a total of $2.8 billion from end of 2019. Meanwhile, long-term debt also rose by $800 million to $1.7 billion. Overall, Square has sufficient liquidity. In this quarter, the management provided several key highlights. First, on the seller ecosystem, the launch of a Square Card was well received by the sellers. In addition, Square launched several new services, such as Square Payroll, Instant Payment, and On-Demand Pay. On the Cash App side, the management sees fast adoption of its stock brokerage products. There are 2.5 million customers bought stocks on the Cash App. Next, Square announced a $50 million investment in Bitcoin during this quarter, which is a major news in the Bitcoin community. Lastly, Square plans to invest an incremental of $800 million to $850 million in fiscal year 2021 to boost its sales and marketing and product development effort to acquire new customers. During the Q&A session, one analyst asked about customer strategy between new and existing customers. In this quarter, the GPV retention for existing customers declined 10% due to state restrictions, but Square is able to make up this decline by growing larger sellers. In fact, larger seller GPV now represents 61% of total GPV, up 5% year over year. This incremental marketing spend will enable the company to acquire new customers and also win back former customers. One analyst also asked how to further grow Cash Card and direct deposit business. Cash Card has fast adoption rate. It currently has 7 million active users per month. The growth from direct deposit customers is also steady. These customers typically generate more transactions than other cash card actives, hence generate higher lifetime value. Lastly, some analysts ask about the future capital allocation plan, specifically on mergers and acquisitions. Square is constantly looking to add great products or teams that complement to the two ecosystems. AI and cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, are two examples. One interesting that happened during this session is a Square seller who owned a shop named Texas Cookie Shop also asked one question to Jack Dorsey, which is really uncommon on company earnings calls. Now let's take a look at Square's stock performance before and after the earnings call. Square reported revenue of $3 billion, beat analyst expectation of $2 billion, and its adjusted EPS of 34 cents also beat the consensus of 16 cents. As a result, the market reacted quite positively after the earnings release. Lastly, here's the latest summary of analyst ratings of the company. Currently, there are 31 analysts covering Square, and we're seeing most of the analysts rated the company with either buy or hold. If you are interested in knowing more about this company, I recommend you conduct further analysis of the company's public filings. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel.